everyone. Today we are doing a video for beginners. So if you feel like you're a beginner in makeup and you don't know what you're doing, or you just don't know what you're doing, then this video is for you. Today we're gonna be creating a smoky eye with a very simple kit. So if you want to see how to achieve an easy smoky eye, pick up your brushes and let's get into it. Okay, so for Christmas, pretty much all I asked for was makeup. And I really like the e.l.f. brand, not just because it's cheap, but because I think they have really good products. And I think e.l.f. is a really perfect place to start if you're a beginner in makeup. And so I did receive this e.l.f. Subtle to Sultry Eye Kit for Christmas. And it comes with 3 eyeshadow duos and then a brush. So this is what we're gonna use today because I don't think it can get any more simple than this. Okay, so you don't need to have this exact package. You could have one of their duos or an eyeshadow palette of theirs, just as long as it has the same kind of shades. Just some alternatives that I have on hand, like this Maybelline one. Those are the shades inside. Something like that would work great. Or Essence has these little 6 palette ones, and I know there's a nude shade in these. This is the mauve shade, but that would work really well. This little NYX palette, it has 3 shades, light, medium, dark. That would work well. Just pretty much anything with neutral colors and something that has lighter shades and darker shades. You don't want just one dark and one light. You need a little bit of a in between because you need to build up the eye. So with that being said, let's jump straight into it. So opening my little package. Ta-da! So pretty. So it does come with a brush. I drop everything. And it is kind of a domed brush. So this is what I'll use. I'll just use what comes in the package because that's kind of how you get started. Most beginners probably don't have a ton of makeup brushes. That's why you're a beginner, and that's okay. You can honestly create so many makeup looks with 3 brushes. So I am going to be using these 2 for sure, the lighter one and then the medium palette, and then I'll probably use this dark black. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to start out with my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This is the only eyeshadow primer I use just because I feel like it gets the job done, but it works. So if you don't have eyeshadow primer, it's fine, you don't need it, or you can use concealer. You can pop a little bit of concealer in your eye, but I'll do one with, one without, just so you can see. And I said I'm just gonna use this one brush, so blend it through with this brush. I do have 1 layer of mascara on, just because I am gonna put fake eyelashes on in this video. However, if you're new to makeup, and you put eyeshadow on and then you put on your mascara, if you get it onto your eyeshadow, then you're doomed and you have to restart, and that's awful. So I just went ahead and put 1 layer, I curled my lashes and put 1 layer of mascara on just so I can skip that step in the future and I won't have to worry about messing up my eyeshadow. That would be terrible. So go ahead, throw on 1 layer of mascara and then pop on your primer if you have any. If you don't, we'll jump straight into the next step. A twist lid, which is really cool. So like I said in the beginning, I'm gonna be talking a lot in this video because I want to talk you through what you're doing so that you know what you're doing, so you actually learn something and not just step by step. So you need to build up a smoky eye. When I first got into makeup, the smoky eye was coming out and it was hot and new, and I didn't know how to create a smoky eye, and so I got a little duo like this, but it was silver and black, and I would just do the outer corner black and the inner corner silver and kind of blend it, and I mean it worked, but that's like not how you're supposed to do it. And so hopefully I can show you the right way to do it and keep you from creating like a black eye, like a bad black eye, like you got punched in the face. You don't want that. So the way to avoid that is to build up your shades. You need transition shades. You need like a light and then a medium and then like a little bit darker and then like your dark shade. Like you need to like have like a gradient look on your eye. That way it all blends and it doesn't just look like black eyeshadow like onto your eye. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do right now. We're taking this lightest shade and we're popping it kind of all over the lid and up into the crease. This is your crease, kind of like where your eyeball stops and like it starts to go up into your eyebrow, like that little section is called the crease. This is the inner corner of the eye. This is the outer corner of the eye. This is your brow bone. What else am I missing? That's pretty much it. So when you apply a transition shade, you usually buff it. And when I say buff it, that just blending it into the crease of my eye. You can use transition shades wherever, but that's the most common place. So here we go. We're gonna start with our lightest shade. Get it on the brush and tap off the excess. Whew, that is a powdery eyeshadow. I've never used these before, like this set. So, like I said, we're gonna go on top of the eyelid and up into the crease. Oh yeah, this is your lid. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now that this brush, it's good, but it's kind of in the middle. Like I can see why they put this brush in this palette. You usually pack on color with like a flat like shader brush, but like this type of brush, it's very thin and flat. That is what you use to like pack on like color and like pack onto the lid. This, ooh, a lot of color came out of that. This is a fluffy brush and you can just see it's really round, really fluffy. This one is a little bit angled, that's why I love it. This is to blend in the transition. So like a big fluffy brush like this is perfect for that crease. But I did say I would use only one brush and do beginner style, so that is what I'm doing. This brush is kind of like right in the middle of those two. It's flat enough that it can pack on color, but it's not dense, and so it's pretty fluffy, so it can also blend. But just so you know, if you do have more brushes, you can go ahead and use those. Next, I'm taking the other half, this one, and I'm just popping this into my crease to create more of a transition color. So and you might like not even be able to tell the difference. You're like, why is she layering so many colors? I promise it works in the end. Just don't give up on me yet. And if you just use like windshield wiper motions like this, that really blends out the crease very well. So, okay. Next we are jumping into the second, there we go. And the lighter one is more of a shimmery shade and this brown one is more of a matte. So we are going to continue with the matte shades. And this is where we're gonna start smoking out the eye. We're taking this dark color and popping it into the crease, but more just on the outer corner, like focus it more on the outer corner, but you need to go all the way into the crease and that will start to smoke out the eye. And don't worry if you get it like super high up on your brow bone, because you can take concealer in after and fix that. Everything is fixable in makeup pretty much, so don't be worried about making mistakes. Okay, so there we go. You can see how it's like lightly getting darker, so that's good. Now we're just gonna take that same brown color and just pack it onto the outer corner of the eye. There's like 1,000,002 ways to create a smoky eye. This is just the way I do it. This is the way I like to do it. It fits my eye shape very well, and I think it's pretty easy, hopefully. Black eyeshadow can be a scary thing. You can just stop here and be like, done, not going to the blacks today. If you want to just like not do black, just skip over this step. Here we go. So take the darker shade in this one, and we are very lightly going into the corner of the eye, like super lightly, and up into the crease just a little bit. Like I'm just using little patting motions because I don't want to like dig it in there. And you can always add more, but you can never take away. So, okay, that is smoked out enough for me. Now we get to get into the shimmers, which are my favorite. I wiped off all the black onto a tissue because we are starting with lighter colors again, so I don't want to like dip the black into the light colors because then it doesn't work. So now we are going to build the inner corners. So you always want your lightest color on the inner corner of the eye to make your eye more open. So back with the first shade. And we used this darker one for the crease, and it was kind of a shimmer, but that's okay. We're going to use this on the inner corner of the eye. And you can use like your lightest shade a little bit like on the tear duct like portion just to really brighten it up. That's fine. Or you can just use your lightest shade in general. I just really like sparkle eyeshadows and like shimmery, foiled, whatever. So that's why I'm building it with this a little bit darker shade, but if you want like a matte, like, fierce, then go ahead and just use your matte colors. Use your first color that you used. I'm using a little bit of both. Okay, once that is lightened up quite a bit, just need to fill in like the middle of the eyelid. So I'm going to take the middle palette, or like the middle shade tones. I'm taking that shimmery brown, and I'm popping it onto the middle of my eye to kind of blend the smoky with the light. And I am just taking it, it's a little bit darker than I expected. I'm just gonna take it all the way to the corner just to even everything out. Am I weird? I put on my eyeshadow with my eyes open. Okay, so I have the brown put on, and I know this seems crazy. I'm going back in with the light because I blend the light into the dark, and then I put the dark over, and then I want to put the light over it again. I just layer up my eyeshadows. It's fine. Because you don't ever want like a harsh line, like here's my light, here's my dark. Like you want it blended. shadow is complete. Now, false eyelashes. Don't be scared, they're easy. You will need a set of eyelashes, eyelash glue, and then optional are a set of tweezers. First off, you take it off the little tray thing. You just take a little, like do a little line across the band. And if your eyelash glue is white, don't worry about it because it dries clear. Then I hold the center with my tweezers. And you're just trying to aim the center onto the center of your lash line. We did it! Yeah! So that is the finished look with eyelashes and all. I hope this was simple for you and that you could figure it out. Let me know down in the comments how you did with this, if it was simple enough or if I needed to break it down more or if I broke it down too much, like there was too many steps. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was informational. And yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time, guys.